Welcome to JTK TV Little Drops. A beautiful verse from the book of Proverbs. One person gives freely yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly but comes to poverty. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 24. Giving and withholding is a lifestyle. Sometimes we keep withholding things to ourselves, and sometimes we freely give. We see this character even in our own selves. But sometimes this giving and withholding is a characteristic itself in certain people's hearts. Some people are so stingy by nature, and some people are very liberal by nature. And when we analyze our own hearts, we can easily judge ourselves. We are usually liberal to certain kind of people and stingy when it comes to certain kind of people. We have heard this from people, and we have ourselves been guilty of this. When we go to the huge branded shops, we have never bargained. But when we go to the small shops, we have bargained for even a small amount of money. We ourselves have been guilty of this, that is, being liberal with one set of people and being stingy with another set of people. We give one kind of gifts to one set of people, and we give such cheap gifts to another set of people. These are just examples to judge ourselves, to see where we are withholding and where we are liberal. And when we judge ourselves, and when we examine ourselves, and when we think about it, we can easily know that we are withholding and being liberal in vain. There is no logic behind what we are doing. And we need to understand that when we are not liberal in a wise way, that we are going to lose everything that we have. Withholding wisely is all right, and it is needed. But withholding unduly, sometimes we have done that, we've been guilty of that. We know that a particular person is in dire need of something, maybe money or a help, and we have withholden unduly. We've done injustice. Sometimes we need to withhold wisely, but sometimes we are withholding unduly. Injustice. We've been unjust. The Word of God says in the Old Testament, God has often warned His people to not withhold unduly, to not do injustice to those people who are underprivileged. We can withhold wisely but not unduly. It is very dangerous, and we are bringing poverty to ourselves by being unjust in our giving. Those people who are in this receiving end face a lot of injustice in their lives. Even we have been victims in that area. When we are in this place of receiving money, we have been cheated, we have been betrayed. The giver is always a step higher, and sometimes we have felt inferior when we were in this receiver end. Receiving is the hardest work sometimes. It is difficult to receive because sometimes the giver has put us in that low estate. Receiving is not always easy, and we have also been in that place where we have received and we have been failed when we were in that receiving end. So let us be just in this giving and receiving. Let us not do injustice. Let us be right. Let us never withhold unduly, because that might lead us to poverty. It is dangerous. When we have to give, let us do that duty perfectly without any injustice. let us do the giving work perfectly. It's our duty to give what we need to give with the right attitude, with a good attitude, with a respectful attitude towards the person who is receiving in the other end. Let us give freely when we need to, because the word of God says that that person shall receive even more. Give heed to the word of God and give freely.